What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video we're going to be testing out the new balance changes. As you guys know, there's a new update, and with that, those new balances, I'm really excited because we've had the same meta for 3 months, and these balances are definitely going to change things up at least a little bit. Furnace got a pretty big rework. In my opinion, it's slightly better. I don't think it's like really strong now or anything like that. That would be a lie if I were to say the Furnace is broken, but I do think the Furnace is better. It definitely got a small buff as a result of the rework. The Rascal Girls, I think of everything buffed, the Rascals are going to be now just getting got the best out of the balance changes. I mean, they're really strong now. Remember how the Rascal Girl, if there was one you could ignore it, it wouldn't get a single shot on the tower. Now it will. That just proves how much of an effect the balance has had on them. On defense, they get so much more value, and on offense, they're more oppressive and just overall do way more DPS than they did before. Same with the Cannon Cart. Cannon Cart was already viable, but they ended up buffing it and the Cannon. So what we're going to be doing is testing out 3 of the newly buffed cards in this graveyard deck. You have Ice Golem for tank, Mega Minion to help out with some air support, and then Fireball, of course, instead of Poison, because Mother Witch didn't get nerfed, and you're going to need a way to take out the Mother Witch. So before we get into the first game, if you guys want to support me, use my creator code BOSS. If you're planning on buying any pass rails or anything like that, I really do appreciate all you guys who do use my code. And yeah, any Supercell game, really do appreciate it. It means a lot. So I actually finished 117th in the world last season, for those of you who are wondering. I'm okay with it. I was going for a better finish, but it's not the end of the world. We'll try to get a better finish, you know, this month. And also, notice how I got reset. I actually got reset to 5,800. Let me know in the comments if you guys had a glitch too with your reset. Some people got reset twice, which happened if you ended up logging on before the update dropped. So that happened to a few people. It happened to me too. But I guess if it did happen to you, what it means is you'll get more rewards on the trophy road. So at least look at that as a positive. Anyway, looks like this guy's going to go P.E.K.K.A. So the Furnace, right? Like, you only get 1, but it still reaches the tower because it has more hit points. See here, he's going to let it splash. You see, it does a good amount of damage. I mean, I think it's situational. There's some situations where it could be worse, but I think overall it's slightly better. And that's what I've heard a lot of people say. So he's going to have the poison, and let's see what he wants to do here. I'm just going to Ice Golem, I think, to pull this back, and then I'm just going to Mega Minion to clean it up. So he's got P.E.K.K.A. with Poison. It's kind of unfortunate that he has the Poison. A lot of people who are using P.E.K.K.A. actually switch to Fireball, but this guy's still using Poison, which is going to help him a lot, obviously, versus our graveyard. I think if I Cannon Cart, the Dark Prince won't take it out unless he zaps or something like that. Yeah, it looks like it does not, which is good. So I don't think we need to do anything because this tower is not helping out. We're going to go for a Furnace. And if he poisons it, I might pressure with a Graveyard. We'll see what he does, though, here. I think for now I'm just going to cycle a Barb Barrel, kind of to help out on defense. We're going to Fireball this. And then I'm just going to go for a Mega Minion. He is going to poison, surprisingly. Just going to Ice Golem to pull this now into the opposite lane. That way we won't have to spend any more Elixir or Mega Minion. And then what I'm going to do is pressure here because his poison's out of rotation. I'm going to Barb Barrel if he plays an E-Wiz on top of the Rascals. Looks like he plays it into the graveyard. So we're going to get a really nice Fireball off here. Go Ice Golem like this. Go for a Furnace. And yeah, looking like it's going to be GG. I guess we'll Rascals here. Just have to play defense. Could even defense a Graveyard because he did just use a Poison too. So you guys notice the Rascals got quite a lot of value this game, in my opinion. Like you can see, they're definitely a bit stronger on defense. There's like a lot of interactions that are going to change with them. And I think we could see Mortar Rascals, a deck that was meta like 2 years ago. We could see it come back because of the Rascals buff, which is going to be exciting. I definitely may end up doing a video on Mortar Rascals very soon. So yeah, nice win there. And yeah, again, I should have been reset at like 6,600, I think it is, or 6,300. So if I get easier, like if I'm versing, it seems like easier opponents. I apologize for that. Not my fault. I was not properly reset due to the glitch. So, anyway, we'll cycle a bar barrel here. See if this guy wants to do anything. He's not. I guess we're just going to set up a furnace then. But yeah, guys, I had a lot of fun testing decks. It's always fun as soon as the balances drop to test decks. I tried a couple out in GCs. I tried a clone deck with Furnace, Mother Witch, Cannon Cart Clone with Flying Machine. That was really toxic too. So there's so many like new decks to test out, and I'm curious to see if this meta is gonna change at all with all these buffed cards, or if we're still gonna see a lot of Mother Witch and E-Barbs. I guess that's gonna be the question. So speaking of Mother Witch, we're going to see that right here. And there's the E-Barb, so we're going to go for a Bar Barrel. And then I'm going to go for Rascals. He's going to get a good Fireball off here. But I think I'm going to go for a Graveyard because he just spent so much Elixir. He went for E-Barbs and he went for a Fireball. Very good log. I don't think he was expecting a Graveyard. He probably just got a little lucky that he stopped it before it reached the tower. I don't think he was like predicting a Graveyard or something like that. I think he wanted to do it to make sure it didn't lock on his tower, but either way, that worked out nicely for him. As a result, he saves his tower because we don't get a tank down for that Graveyard. And I'm kind of glad we're playing this matchup because I was curious, like, how's this going to do against, you know, RG, which was obviously what I used a lot last season just because of how broken it was. We're going to go for a Furnace here. And I thought it was RG, but then I remembered he has Zappies, so this could actually be Mega Knight Royal Hogs or something like that. That would be my guess. I'm not entirely sure, though, to tell you guys the truth. No, it is going to be RG, so there we go. And that Fire Spirit getting a lot of value. What we can actually do is Furnace on top here, so it splashes the RG and the E-Barbs. Did just kind of get obliterated, though, but might pressure here. Let's see what he's going to do. Let's actually Fireball this. I'm not going to Graveyard, because he does have that Mother Witch in cycle. I think if we just play passively, we should be good. It does split the E-Barbs. Let's see. RG's getting a lot of damage. RG's still pretty broken, it seems, because obviously Mother Witch did not get nerfed. E-Barbs, you can kite them easier, but that's about it. We're going to pressure with a Graveyard here. And then Fireball the Mother Witch as soon as he plays it. Cannon Cart, though, doing very good against the E-Barbs, surprisingly. It actually did a very good job. So we just have to stop one RG and we win the game. Hopefully we can do it. We're going to Furnace. And there we go. We beat the most broken deck in the meta, in my opinion. Or even in the new meta. I guess it's a new meta now, but of last meta, we'll say we just beat RG. It was not easy. I mean, I have to say, he got quite a lot of damage in the left lane that I wasn't expecting, but managed to hold on and get the win. So here we go versus P.E.K.K.A, a level 12. Oh my gosh. This I have to say, the reset glitch, very, very annoying, because I almost never, I think this is my first time I've ever played against a level 12 in a video in months. So I'm sorry guys, forgive me for bullying these poor level 12s here. Well, this will probably be the only one, hopefully. I'm kind of like that you know, mid-ladder player. I feel like that mid-ladder player, you know, who bullies the lower level players. But then again, it looks like he has everything on level 13 anyway, so it's not even that special. Because all his cards are level 13. So he's an over-leveled level 12. Let's go Balloon at the bridge. So we're going to go ahead and Fireball that there. If he freezes or does anything like that, there's no way I'm going to be able to stop it, obviously. Luckily, he doesn't have freeze or even a zap, so he doesn't get a single connection. He's going to go for P.E.K.K.A in the back. Okay, so I'm going to just pressure a little bit. I don't want a graveyard. I just wanted to spend enough elixir to where he would feel like he's forced to respond to it, and he does, which is great. Lumberjack gets dealt with by the Furnace, and then let's see how these Rascals do on defense here against the P.E.K.K.A. Pretty good job, and he also goes in for a Tornado, which in my opinion just gets wasted. We defend that really nice and easy, and this is looking like the Anaban deck. P.E.K.K.A. Loon, so he might actually have the freeze. Remember, I was kind of saying hopefully he doesn't have a freeze earlier, and that balloon could have gotten a lot of damage if he had a freeze. I think he does have a freeze because this is looking like it's the Anaban deck. So now is a pretty good time to pressure here. We're going to go ahead and do that now just because we're kind of counter pushing off that balloon. See how he chooses to defend this. We should be able to pick up, you know, a little bit of damage. We also almost kill the Ice Wizard in the process, so I would say that was a solid graveyard. He's going to go for a P.E.K.K.A at the bridge, so we're going to need to get Rascals ready here. He might follow up with the balloon. He does, so let's go ahead and go for a Furnace here. And yeah, just kind of distract everything. I'm going to Ice Golem in front of this Cannon Cart. And then I think we're going to kind of reload with another Graveyard here. We should be able to almost take the tower or even take the tower because he doesn't have a lot of elixir because he was so aggressive. And we're going to be able to get the win here. So you know what? I don't even feel bad. This guy, I don't even care that he was a level 12. It didn't even matter. As you guys could tell, we still destroyed him. And he has everything on level 13 too. So no remorse. We deserve the win. Doesn't matter if he was level 12. Didn't change anything. So nice win there. He did not have a lot of graveyard counters. So there we go, 5,900. We're working our way back up. I should be able to climb up like a lot very easily, like probably at least 500 trophies without much trouble. Because of course, as I mentioned, the reset glitch. So here we go, versus Teddy here. I'm gonna just cycle a Barb Barrel. See what this guy wants to do. Let's go Dark Prince, so we'll go Rascals. They're just going to kill it, so Inferno Drag comes down. I think now's a good opportunity to just go for a Furnace here. It's got Mega Knight, okay. Let's think about how we want to defend this here. Ooh, we are going to have to fireball this. Okay. We do take some damage, but here's the... But on the plus side, we know what he's using now. He's got Ram Rider, Mega Knight, Inferno Drag, and he's got that fireball. So, good thing he doesn't have a poison. That's good. Because he went so aggressive with that Ram Rider, I am in a graveyard. Is it a little risky? Yes. However, he's pretty low on elixir, and... Oh, nice. I was hoping that Dark Prince wouldn't charge. I had a feeling it wasn't going to, but I was still a little nervous. I'm glad I didn't waste a Barb Barrel on it, because we didn't need to. Alright, so we get a good chunk of damage on his tower. We know, and again, we know what he has. We know he's got the Fireball. We know he's got Ram Rider. I was like caught off guard at the beginning. You can see I'm kind of like you guys. When I don't know what the deck is, I do often struggle at the start of the game, but then when I learn what it is, I adjust what I do and play accordingly to what they have. So that's kind of my what I try to do when I... So let's actually Furnace in the back. Cycle Mega Minion. And he was very, very aggressive, so we're pressuring with the Graveyard. He's probably going to, like, Mega Knight or try to, but I don't think he's going to be able to defend this. Fireball will take out the E-Wiz. He's super low on Elixir right now. Arrows do come in, but damage has already been dealt. We take the lead back, and he even lets a Fire Spear connect. This is why the Furnace is so annoying now. Spawns more waves, and you cannot ignore these Fire Spirits. I mean, they do, like, over 200 damage to your tower, so that's why I think it's better, in my opinion. Obviously, if they have, like, an Earthquake, it simply does not make a difference. But if they have something like a Fireball, Furnace is going to be much better. Just in terms of getting damage on their tower. So we're going to pressure here because, once again, I felt like he spent quite a lot of Elixir. We're going to get another really nice Fireball off here, killing the E-Wiz, and hopefully killing the Dark Prince. There we go. One more good Graveyard push should be able to get the win for us. We just need a couple Skeletons to connect and then Fireball to finish it off. And he's having to respond to every single wave of these Furnaces, which you can see cost him to play an Inferno Drag, which I guarantee he did not want to drop. He even Fireballs it because of how annoying it is. This is why the Rascals fit so well in the deck. They kind of serve as like a Fireball bait card that you can play after they use a spell on the Furnace. So we're going to pressure here. He is going to... He got 2 cannon carts down. Building like a complete wall at the bridge. Look at that. And there you go. I wasn't even paying attention. Fireball does take the tower. So another nice win there. And we defended really nicely. I mean, we got some good tanks for that Mega Knight. We got the cannon cart and the Rascals, so we managed to deal with the Mega Knight well, because, I mean, the Furnace itself is very squishy, so you have to make sure that you're obviously protecting it, because you don't want a Mega Knight to, like, jump on top of it, because that pretty much completely takes it out, so you got to be careful for that there, but we ended up being fine. So here we go, on to the next match here versus King Phil. So, do you have Furnace in a starting hand? I like starting with Furnace. He's going to go Hog. So we're just going to react to that. And we'll see, have Mega Minion ready in case he has something, you know, like a freeze or whatever. Let's cycle Mega Minion. Ooh, 2.6 maybe? That's, nope, Hog EQ. So we'll Fireball this Firecracker. Might need a Cannon Cart to defend his next... Okay, let's block this Knight so it's not tanking for the... Uh-oh. It still is. It's still tanked for the Hog. No. I had the right idea, but it didn't work for some reason. Luckily, with that being out of cycle, he can't block the bridge, and he tried to with an Ice Spirit, but it came down late. But you can see here, Earthquake is going to be super good against the Graveyard, so he uses it there. We got to be careful. I mean, I think we can still win it, and now's a good time to Furnace because he just used that Earthquake. If he plays a Firecracker, I'm for sure going to Fireball it. It's like he goes for a Hog to take it out, which isn't a great trade because it's still going to spawn an additional Fire Spirit. I think in this matchup, we need to try to abuse our Cannon Carts, because he doesn't have a great way of taking them out. We're going to protect it with an Ice Golem. He's probably just going to Knight. I'm going to actually try to take it out for him to continue having to just spend Elixir. And that could be a lock. Hog is going to get distracted, so I'm actually going to Cannon Cart here instead of playing a Furnace. So that way we don't give him Earthquake value. We're going to go for a Graveyard, and then we're going to Fireball the Firecracker. He tried to block the bridge. He plays it late, though, so he fails to do that. We can Furnace, because he just used an Earthquake on defense. Very good Bar Barrel opportunity. Cycles Firecracker. Okay. There you go. He just cycles back to another Earthquake. So I think Earthquake is going to be... Ooh, very interesting. He chooses to play the Hog in the opposite lane. Go like this. Good fireball. Once again, he's going in the opposite lane. Very, very interesting. I'm going to graveyard. Just to try to get some chip. Maybe even force an earthquake out of him. Once again, hog very, very aggressively. I'm surprised he switched lanes and he didn't stay in the left lane. I'm going to take this fireball. And we're going to have to take one hog hit, so that way we can save elixir and build a push. Going to try to fireball this here. Hopefully get some nice chip damage. Oh, fireball range? There we go. That's what we like to see. In my opinion, a pretty difficult matchup, but we worked our way around it in one. Why do I think it's difficult? Because he's got that Earthquake for the Furnace, which I think is the hardest counter in terms of spell to the Furnace. And on top of that, much faster cycle. You saw it was really hard to keep up with his hogs, but he made the mistake, in my opinion, of switching lanes for absolutely no reason. If he just stayed in the left lane, he would have been fine, because he split his damage, and then that's why he didn't end up taking any one of my towers. So one more game, one more win here will put us at 6,000 trophies. We'll see if we can get it. That would be a great way to end the video. We've climbed up a lot really quickly. Undefeated so far with this deck, and reverse hog again. So very aggressive with these hogs. The last couple opponents going hog right away. That's a 4 for 5 trade, so I'm fine with that. Go Mega Minion. And by the way, guys, we haven't seen any log bait, but if you play against log bait, make sure to Furnace behind your tower, because if they rocket it, it's a negative trade. And then you can just punish them really hard. So again, looks like it's potentially the same deck. This deck finished 4th in the world last season, so I think that's why a lot of people are using it. I'm going to kind of see what he wants to do. I didn't want a Furnace because I know he's got that Earthquake. Again, when they have Earthquake, it's so difficult to get value out of the Furnace. It's like the hardest matchup. Mega Minion does lock on, though. Wow. That was a lot more damage than I expected to get, let me tell you that. We're going to get our King activated here, and then we're going to Bar Barrel to clean up. Perfect. Amazing start to the game. I'm surprised we got so much damage from that graveyard. I think it was maybe he didn't defend correctly or something. I don't know. I think he should have been able to defend a little better. Or maybe he just was too aggressive and that ended up hurting him. So he's going to cycle Firecracker in the right lane. Very, very interesting. We can just start to pressure. He really needs that Firecracker for defense, so I'm shocked that he decided to cycle that in the right lane. He essentially just wasted 3 elixir, and that was not the move in my opinion. So we're going to pick up a lot more damage. We do not get the Cannon Cart to lock on the tower. We were close to getting it, but unfortunately we don't. He's going to go for another hog. Great Bar Barrel. He ends up playing a Electro Spirit right into it, so that worked perfectly. I'm going to go for another Graveyard. He did just overspend a bit there on blocking the bridge. So if we just get a couple more skeleton hits, it will put us into fireball range, and it looks like we are going to be able to get it. So we're just going to go for a bar barrel like this, and then fireball, and we will be able to get the dub. So flawless video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we versed the last 2 games hog. Let me look at my battle log. Hopefully we got a good variety of games. This deck also does pretty solid against what was I gonna say, Electro Giant, which is something really popular in the meta because you have Furnace and you have the Cannon Cart. And if you space both of them out so they can't lightning it, it does amazing versus it. Cannon Cart just in general is super good versus the Electro Giant too, because if they lightning the cart, you get the cannon after, which of course is another building. So another great reason why, if you're looking to test out a newly buffed deck, this is a great one to try out. Good versus Electro Giant. So we got here versus Hog a couple times, a weird Mega Knight deck, P.E.K.K.A. Balloon, RG, and P.E.K.K.A. So we actually get good variety of games here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like it if you did, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and let me know what decks you guys would like me to try out. I was thinking Mortar, Rascals for sure. The other thing I was thinking of doing, let me show you guys. 1 second. I was thinking of making a video on a 1.3 fast cycle deck because now that the Fire Spirit is 1 elixir, the new fastest deck in the game is 1.3 average elixir. I don't know what I would do, maybe play like a grand challenge or something, just trying to win like a couple games. If you guys think it would be good content, let me know, like basically where I'm like trying my hardest to win like 1 game or something like that, or I could even try to win 1 on ladder. I don't know if that would even be possible, but I don't know, you guys let me know. I think that would be pretty good content. Anyways, thanks again, until next time, guys.